Guys, if you're gonna watch this video, you're gonna have to put up with my lousy drawings. But in exchange, you're gonna get a good understanding of basic central air conditioning wiring. I think it's a pretty fair trade, but let me know what you think. The wiring diagram I'm gonna be drawing here is gonna be very basic, nothing fancy, no variable speed anything, no heat pump components. But if you were hoping for something more complicated, don't worry, I have an hour-and-a-half video that is all about AC wiring diagrams. I'll make sure to leave a link to that video in the comments. Also, with this wiring diagram, I'm going to be using single capacitors instead of a dual capacitor, but if you were hoping to see a dual capacitor along with a start capacitor and a potential relay, I do have an example of that in another video. I'm going to go ahead and leave that in the comments as well. That being said, let's go ahead and start with our drawing. I'm going to start with the breaker panel because that's the thing that's going to be feeding the power to our air conditioner. So our breaker panel has a wire that goes through the walls and outside to the disconnect box. This black line signifies the electrical cable that runs from our breaker panel to our disconnect switch, which is hanging outside by the condenser unit. Inside of this cable, we have 3 wires. These wires can be different colors, but in this scenario, let's say we have a red, a black, and a green. So the green is going to go to ground. There's going to be a ground bus somewhere inside of this circuit breaker panel. Let's just say this right here is our ground screw. We're going to connect our green wire to the ground, and then our red and black wires to the circuit breaker. And because a standard residential air conditioner runs on 240 volts, the circuit breaker is going to be a 2-pole breaker. That means we have 120 volts on one breaker and 120 volts on the other, which equals our 240 volts going to the condenser unit. Next in line is our disconnect switch. It can either look like this with a lever on the side that can shut the power on or off to the condenser unit, or it can be a door that opens up and inside of there's either a circuit breaker looking switch or a plug with or without fuses that you can yank out to disconnect the power. In its simplest form, this is basically like a light switch that turns the power on or off. And then out of the disconnect switch, we're going to have what is called an electrical whip that comes out and goes to the air conditioner. This is basically a sleeve that protects the wires inside. And once these 3 wires go into the air conditioner, the red wire goes on one side of the contactor, labeled either T1 or T2. The black wire goes on the other side, and it doesn't matter which one goes to where. And then the green wire goes to the ground or the chassis. And now we have 240 volts that is just sitting here on one side of the contactor, but because this switch is open, there's no connection, nothing is happening with the condenser unit outside, until somebody turns the air conditioner on the thermostat. I'm going to draw the thermostat cable first because all the wires go inside of it. Okay, so it's going to look something like that. Let's say that this is a 5-wire thermostat wire. We have a white wire that goes to W, a yellow wire that goes to Y, green that goes to G, red that goes to R, and blue that goes to C. That's what the basic thermostat wiring looks like, and the reason I have nothing wired up to RC is because usually there's a jumper between R and RC that is in the thermostat. So it would actually look something like this. R stands for power, and RC is power for cooling. And then all of these thermostat wires, they go through the wall and into the furnace or the air handler control board. A standard control board is going to have a thermostat strip that has the same letters as the thermostat, besides that RC. And the wires on the other side would go to the same exact terminals. And then from the control board going outside, we're going to have a 2-wire thermostat wire that goes from this thermostat strip and into the contactor on the air conditioner outside. So let's go ahead and draw our thermostat cable. And usually the wire colors inside of this cable are red and white. The white wire goes to common and the red wire goes to Y. And just to avoid any confusion, let me go ahead and label these as well. So this thermostat cable travels from the control board inside and into the condenser unit that is outside. And the 2 wires that come out of it, the white wire or the red wire, it doesn't matter which one goes to which location. The white wire will go to one side of the contactor coil, And as for the red wire, it goes through a few safety switches before it goes to the other side of the contactor coil. These two safety switches are the high pressure switch, HPS, and the low pressure switch. The purpose of these two safety switches is to turn the air conditioner off if the refrigerant pressure gets too low or too high. So if we look at the high pressure switch, we see that the switch is above the contact. That means if the pressure gets too high, the switch goes up and it interrupts the circuit, which turns the power off from the air conditioner. Same thing with the low pressure switch. If the refrigerant pressure drops too low, the switch drops and that interrupts the circuit as well. But in our scenario, let's say that we don't have any issues at all. So we have 240 volts that is sitting over here. Let's just go ahead and label that. We have 240 volts over here, and this is the 24 volt circuit. Let's say somebody in the house is feeling warm, so they turn the air conditioner on and set the temperature way low. When the thermostat calls for cooling like that, power is sent from R to Y. So then the power goes back into Y and goes out into the condenser. Once this coil right here is energized, these two switches on the contactor close up. And this allows power to go through the contactor and energize our compressor and the fan. And for those of you that want more details on the thermostat wiring and the safety switch wiring, I talk about that at length in this video right here. Next up, let's go ahead and wire up our compressor to the capacitor and to the contactor. The compressor has 3 pins on it. It has the run winding, the start winding, and the common. If we're using a single capacitor, the wiring is pretty simple. The run winding goes to one side and the start winding goes to the other. And it doesn't matter which one goes to which side. And I just want to clarify that different air conditioners are going to have different colored wires for the compressor and the fan. So the colors that I'm using here are not necessarily going to be the colors you're going to see in every condenser unit. And in this diagram, I also included the internal overload switch, which is in series with the common winding on the compressor. If the compressor amp draw or current is too high, this little switch is going to open up and interrupt the power going to the compressor. Another reason that this little temperature switch can open up is if the compressor is getting physically too hot. In that case, this little switch will trip and it'll only reset once the compressor cools down enough. And returning to the compressor wiring, we have the run winding wired up, the start winding, and the common gets wired up to one side of the contactor. And it doesn't matter which side of the contactor this wire goes on, as long as the common winding does not end up on the same side as the run winding. The wire that goes from the run winding to the capacitor will also go to the other side of the contactor. And unlike the compressor that has labeled pins, the condenser fan motor usually just has a couple of wires sticking out of a plug. But if you look at the motor itself, there should be a wiring diagram that tells you which color wire goes where. For our scenario, I'm just going to say that our condenser fan motor has a brown wire, a purple, and a black. The black is going to go to common, like this, and then the brown and the purple, which are the start and the run windings, are going to go to the fan capacitor. And just like the capacitor for the compressor, one side of the fan capacitor is also going to go to the other side of the contactor. And by the way, this dot right here can either mean that there's a wire nut here that connects all of these wires together, or that this is 2 separate wires that are going over here. Well guys, and that is how you wire up a standard, classic central air conditioner. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, let me leave you with a couple of dad jokes. Did you know that umbrellas were originally supposed to be called brellas? But the man who created that word hesitated. And what do you call a mouse that swears? A cursor.